Welcome, each and every one of you, to the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I'm deeply honored to be here with you today on behalf of the Alzheimer's Association for the world's largest event to fight this devastating disease. With nearly 13,000 people right here in Vermont living with Alzheimer's, and nearly 6,000 people right here in Rutland County, this is a crisis that hits close to home. But looking out at the sea of purple in front of me right now, I'm in awe of the strength and determination of our community. I keep hearing that Walk Day is the biggest support group of the year because we gather with others who understand this journey. Whether you've walked this road personally, are here to support the Rutland community, or simply believe in the association's vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia, we are here because of you and for you. And it's because you walk that we can deliver 24/7 care and support, advocate fearlessly for people facing the disease, and fuel groundbreaking research across the globe, ushering in a new era of treatment and quality care that is already paving the way for a different future. Every dollar you've raised has brought us to this transformational moment. Because you walk, together we are making history. And this is only the beginning. Alzheimer's treatments have arrived. We now have FDA-approved drugs that may slow disease progression for those in the early stage. And there are more in the research pipeline. But we know these new treatments aren't available or accessible for the majority of people living with Alzheimer's today. This is why we won't rest until everyone living with the disease at any stage can get the treatment, care, and support they need and deserve. It's time to bring treatments home to our friends, families, and neighbors, working to ensure access for every person who could benefit, while strengthening our unwavering leadership in care and support. Today and every day, the Alzheimer's Association is here because of you and for you, as well as the greater Rutland community. We're also fortunate to have our national presenting sponsor, Edward Jones, alongside us in this fight. Here in Rutland, 10 Edward Jones Associates clients and their families are participating together. To date, these individuals have raised a total of $11,645. Woo, yes. The firm's combined corporate contribution and local team fundraising has already surpassed $2 million this year alone. It speaks to their commitment to advancing the association's mission. I'd like to invite Jeremy Carroll to the stage to say a few words.
Thank you, Jasmine. Good morning, everybody. It's great to see such a good turnout. I do get the pleasure and opportunity to say a few things on behalf of the firm. The firm is very passionate about being involved and being partners with the Alzheimer's Association, because one of their main mission is really to partner for positive impact in the community. And as we know, this affects a lot of people, including our clients, our associates, our colleagues across the country. So we've been involved since 2016. We have over 115,000 of our associates that participate in the walks across the country. And Jasmine did mention how much money we've raised, but the whole goal is to continue to accelerate, help the Alzheimer's Association, fund research, support the awareness, increase referrals to vital care, and anything we can do to help support the fight against Alzheimer's. So it's great to be here. Thanks for getting involved today.
Thank you, Jeremy, and to Edward Jones for being a leader in this fight. And thank you to all of you for your hard work. An event like this doesn't come together on its own. I'd like to welcome to the stage Mark Sarno, our 2024 Rutland Executive Event Chair. In this role, Mark has been a dedicated and tireless leader in ensuring the success of today's walk. Please join me in welcoming Mark.
Thank you. I'm honored to stand beside all of you to end the disease for the second year in a row. I would especially like to thank some of the people who have made today's walk possible. Thank you to the volunteers who have worked so hard over the past few months alongside me and our devoted committee members who are floating around here today. This group of dedicated, passionate volunteers from our community have worked tirelessly to put this inspiring day together. If you're interested in getting more involved with the cause, please consider joining our 2025 Walk Committee. Either visit the Chapter 10 or alz.org/walk volunteer to learn more and sign up. And finally, a huge thank you and congratulations to our top individual fundraiser. Let's hear it for Courtney Allenson, who has raised an incredible $3,726. Great job, Courtney. Edward Jones Memory Makers is the largest fundraising team to date, who has raised an impressive $11,645. Everyone, keep up the great work, and please keep continuing asking for those donations that will be accepted through the end of the year. Thank you so much, and have a great walk.
Thank you, Mark, and thanks again to all of you. The association is the only organization that is here all day, every day, weekends and holidays, for people facing Alzheimer's and other dementia through our free 24/7 helpline and at alz.org. We are in communities, providing vital education programs, support groups, and resources. We are mobilizing volunteers and leading advocacy efforts at the federal and state level. And we are driving the world's most promising research toward new methods of treatment, prevention, and ultimately a cure. It's all because you walk. Please know how grateful we are for you, and let's take a moment to give yourselves a round of applause. We all have a reason why we're here today. I've had the privilege of hearing some of your stories and am inspired by all of you. Standing up to Alzheimer's takes immense bravery, and you have shown up in force. Alzheimer's is not going to back down, and neither will we. Speaking of refusing to back down, it's my honor to introduce you to an individual who is here today to speak about their experience with the disease. Please welcome Angela Aldirai.
Okay, don't do that. Good morning, everyone. All those gathered here know how much of an impact Alzheimer's and dementia can have, not only on the person who receives the diagnosis, but on their friends and family. I'm here today to share how the Alzheimer's Association website has been a lifeline for my family as we have navigated my mother-in-law's Alzheimer's and cerebrovascular dementia co-diagnosis. Fortunately, my cousin worked for the Alzheimer's Association, and we knew where we could turn right away. One of the first things that we did was to join the online caregiver support group. Reading articles and Q&A threads on that site has been incredibly reassuring and helpful. They have prepared us for potential challenges, going beyond just the medical advice that was being provided to us by the medical advisories. One of the toughest moments that we faced recently was when her doctor medically suspended my mother-in-law's driving license. It was so hard for her to lose that sense of independence. We wanted to make sure that that transition was as smooth as possible, minimizing the distress that it was causing her. The Alzheimer's website had resources that guided us through that difficult conversation and provided advice on how to approach it with compassion and dignity. She was concerned about how much of a burden and extra responsibility she was going to become, but was assured when the site helped us find local transportation options that would allow her to be a little more independent than relying on us. We've also started to use memory aids that were recommended by the site, like phone reminders and a central family calendar, which have been invaluable for helping her stay oriented and manage her daily routine. Knowing that the Alzheimer's Association also offers information on home safety products, like tracking devices, fall prevention tools, and notification when doors are open in our home, gives us peace of mind as we plan for her future needs to ensure her safety to remain in our home. As we focus on those practical needs, we've also had to address her emotional well-being. Recently, my mother-in-law shared with us that she is feeling very isolated because my husband and I cannot fully understand what she is going through. Through the Alzheimer's Association website, we have located in-person support groups in the area that she can join when she's ready with all of those people in the area who also have diagnosis. These groups will give her chances to connect with other people and help her feel less alone. My husband and I are fortunate to share caregiving responsibilities. While he attends doctor's appointments and provides most of her transportation, I manage her schedules and finances. This teamwork helps us stay organized, but sometimes the future ahead feels daunting. Looking ahead, I've seen the resources that the Alzheimer's Association offers, like legal and financial planning tools, information on long-term care, and support for managing the later stages of the disease. Knowing that these resources are available gives us a sense of comfort and preparedness for what lies ahead. I'm incredibly grateful to the Alzheimer's Association and encourage anyone on a similar journey to explore. They have provided us with guidance and hope when we needed it most, and I know that they'll continue to support us in the future. They offer so much more than just information. They offer a community.
Thank you, Angela, for sharing your story. Okay, we're going to move into the Promise Garden ceremony, so please make sure that you have your flowers ready. Take a look at all the different flowers here today. These flowers represent our different connection to Alzheimer's, our reasons for being here today. If you are holding an orange flower, like Mary, you're here to support the cause and the association's vision of a world without Alzheimer's and other dementia. Mary, would you like to say a few words?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am Mary Howard. I am so happy to be here with all of you, and I represent the people from the State House of Vermont. This is my district. I represent Rutland City, Southwest District 6. This is very personal for me, so I hope that I can get through it. I have some notes to keep me grounded, but I will share my story. My mother had dementia, and she would say to us, "I know there's something wrong with me, but I don't know what it is." My husband had frontal lobe dementia as part of his progressive supranuclear palsy. My very best friend, who lives in Florida, who I've known since grade school, her husband has Alzheimer's and is in a mental health facility. I've seen this firsthand. I know what the person who's suffering, and I know what the families go through, and I know it's not easy, and unless you've been through it, you don't have any idea. As elected leaders, we know that Alzheimer's and all other dementia impact tens of thousands of Vermonters across the state. We witness these burdens. Many of you have reached out to your legislators and told your stories, some joyful, some sad. Your advocates come up to the State House every year, and I am so pleased to see them there and have them share their stories. I'm always there visiting with them. They know me when I come over to them, that what I'm going through. Your deep dedication to help us to understand the many ways dementia and Alzheimer's affect all of us. Your experience is valid and insightful. Your voices matter. Your dedication to find a cure to end Alzheimer's inspires us. You matter. I proudly hold the orange flower as a symbol of my commitment to this cause and to Vermonters with Alzheimer's and other dementias. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a beautiful day, and have a wonderful walk. Thank you so much.
If you have an orange flower, please join Mary Howard in raising it high and keeping it held high. If you have a purple flower, like Maria, you're participating in Walk Today because you've lost someone to Alzheimer's or another dementia. Maria wanted to share a few memories about her father. She is walking for her dad. He passed away in March of last year. Her dad was a great father to her brother and she. He was always there for us from sporting events to school dances, father-daughter dances. We enjoyed trips to Maine in the summertime, although Dad wasn't much of a beach person. He did enjoy shopping with my brother and I, as well as eating out as a family. His birthday is September 24th, and what better way to celebrate his life than to raise awareness for a cause that affected him. Please join Maria in raising your purple flower and keeping it held high. If you're holding a yellow flower like Angela, you're here today because you're supporting or caring for someone living with Alzheimer's or another dementia. You've all heard her story today of why she is walking. If you have a yellow flower, please join Angela in raising it up high. And if you're holding a blue flower like Jenny, you're here today because you are living with dementia. I apologize for that. Betsy?
My name is Betsy Bianchi, and I'm here supporting my mom who's living with Alzheimer's. Her name is Jenny Craig. She's not the diet lady, Jenny Craig, but she's been advocating for those living with Alzheimer's, their families, and their caregivers for years. She was diagnosed 10 years ago, and she's always been a fighter, and so she wants everybody to know that all those living with Alzheimer's or a related dementia can do a lot for finding the first survivor, and that we really, really appreciate everybody here supporting us. We could not do this without you. It truly takes a village, and we appreciate everybody here. Thank you.
If you have a blue flower, please join Jenny in raising it up high. Take a look at the symbolic flowers that surround you. These flowers represent our different reasons to end Alzheimer's and all other dementia. With this colorful display of determination, I am confident that one day we will add a flower to this garden. A white flower that represents the first survivor of Alzheimer's. Wouldn't that be an incredible addition to our garden? Until that beautiful day happens, we must not back down. We must continue to lead the way, because together we can end Alzheimer's. Please raise your flowers high and cheer for that first cure. Who's ready to lead the way? Let's get this walk started. Angela's going to head to our start line, which is way across the way, and she's going to be the start of our walk. Remember that there are two routes, a shorter route, which turns at Meadow Street and is about 0.6 miles, and a longer one that goes through the downtown area that will end at about 2 miles long. Let's lead the way to end Alzheimer's. The route is now open. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a great